doing surgery. This is all set up at the moment. The therapy handpiece here. You can see the therapy handpiece attached here and the hand switch there. So we're going to disconnect this therapy handpiece by pulling this. It comes undone. Then we unscrew the fibre optic cable here. Before I do, I'm going to have a cover ready to go. Undo the fibre, pull it out, and I'm putting the cap like this on top of the fibre to protect it. Like I mentioned before, it should always be protected. Just move that out of the way for a moment. Okay. Now, first thing I'm going to do is you look around the back here. I'll attach the foot switch, which is this one here. The way it works is it has a clip down like that, and when it's on the floor you use your foot to operate it by pressing up and down like that. Just leave it shut for the moment. And if you remember, the red dot there goes to the top, and it just pops in the slot at the bottom there where it says, it actually says foot switch on it down there. We'll just turn this around now to make it a bit easier to see. I'm going to take my fibre that's on a spool already. I've loaded this. I'm going to pull out as much as I want. Just pulling out the fibre like this, being careful not to bend it. I can pull out of that. Okay. Do not attach this to the laser until you have out all the fibre you want. You can see the back here, the slot goes on this part here of the laser, so just slide that in like that. I put this little clip out of the way, doesn't matter what you do with it, I put the little cover out of the way. Unplug this. This has a cover on it. Okay. Pull that out, plug it into the hole and screw it on just the same way you had the therapy laser done, like so. And that's pretty much the setup. You can see here, and focus on that hopefully, see the fibre sticking out, the plastic cover here, and I use this metal handpiece. This is my favoured one, looking a little bit worse for wear now. It's controlled by tightening down the handpiece, unscrewing it like this, and then you can push more fibre through or pull more fibre through like that. Got a long piece of fibre out there now, but that's a bit too much, so I'm going to pull back like this, and then I'm going to lock that down like so. Okay. Now we're going to turn the machine on, and while it's coming on, PowerPoint as well, while it's coming on, it'll test to make sure everything's right. I'll just put the code in. It'll go through its testing procedures. Now this is my machine, which is a bit older than yours, a little bit different, more basic, but does the job exactly the way I want it to. While we're doing this, I'll show you a few things about fibre preparation. In your kit you'll have two things. One's called a fibre cutter, which is basically a blade like so for cutting the fibre to give you a fresh end to it, and all you need to do is score it on a hard surface, just using a piece of plastic here. Score the fibre and then you snap off the pieces that's scored. I must admit, I have not been very good lately. I've just been using a pair of scissors because I find it easy to do that. So I've just scored that and broken a tiny piece off the end to give me a square surface. The surface is square, you get better delivery of your laser beam. Now with the plastic on the end, the sheath, if you want to get more sheath off, you use this thing here, which is called a fibre cutter. Usually have it set, you have different settings at the front here. Usually have it so that the 16 is the one to the side. That seems to be the right thing. You can move this up and down to adjust how much length you want. Personal preference, so mine is about there. With this fibre cutter, make sure your handpiece is locked down before you do this. You put the fibre in the hole, and we do this, show this to you, like that. a bit too far, like this, and then you grab down and bite it a couple of times on a fibre like that, and you should be able to strip like that, and it pulls, cuts the plastic around it and then pulls the piece out like so. Now I'm going to do this again, show you like what it's like for like that. That's a good strip, and you can see the stripped fibre there. Now it hasn't been tightened quite enough, so I'll just pull this back in so I've got the right amount there. Now that's your fibre. Hope you could see that. I drifted out of the way when I wasn't paying attention. Now I'm going to change the settings on this. I'll put on the surgery setting and click OK. Now my surgery setting, I've got there's 8 watts there. It's way too high. Usually use it on 980 nanometers, and you're usually cutting at about 2.5. Now before you get onto this, I am going to show you how to cut